Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me today. As you can see, I am back to playing with paper dolls. These are all pieces from Collage Soup, and I am going to put their information in the video description. The link, okay, so when you go to their link, there is a place you can click on ebooks. And in the ebooks, there's a whole bunch of different free collage packets. There's also a boatload of them that are 99 cents. And I think the most expensive ones are like $6.99 or something. And this is like 100 pages of fun collage stuff. So check them out. I think I got all of the 99-cent packages that were offered because I just thought it was so much fun. I love this place. And I want to say thank you to Cynthia, my diva sister, because she's the one that told me about Collage Soup, and I just fell in love with her stuff. They're also on Instagram too. I printed a bunch of their books. And I'm saying there, but it's a girl. Her books. I printed a bunch of her books. And I've shown them before. So these are just some of the ebook pages that I printed. This one, it's called ... And this is one of my favorites. It's really bright, colorful images. So you can see there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. This one is all like food. We have a bunch of retro images, and these are what I was working with for these dolls. So just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea, you can see I printed a whole bunch of the pages. I also have one of her books that she sent me. I'm so excited about this. Wasn't sure what I would like better, a book or just the ebook, but it's hard to cut anything out of this book. I would have to make copies of the pages. But just to give you a quick flip through here, I mean, how fun is this book? If you follow me, you know I love my paper dolls. So one of these faces, I use this with one of the soda bottles. So anyway, you get the idea. The books I know are on Amazon. These are a bunch of the faces that I used. The books are on Amazon. Now the books do, I think, range $22 to $26 or something. I think I actually like the ebooks better because then you can just kind of print the pages that you want to play with. But I don't know, I'm excited about having the book too. Anyway, that's just personal preference. But so what I did, of course, I always do the cutting out and, you know, collaging. As you can see here, I kind of started cutting some stuff out. I cut these strips for their legs. But sometimes I just like to play with, especially when it's different ratios that I want to play with, if I want to make something bigger and smaller. This is the extent of my digital capabilities. So I did make these digitally, just putting the images together. And then also, if you guys saw my mermaids that I made, I put the faces of my diva sisters that were going on the retreat with me this summer in June. I put their faces on these mermaids, and I made those for the hosts of the retreat as well. So that I'm going to show you how I did that. The app that I use, and I use this app for everything, my video editing as well. It's called InShot, and I just love the app. I've gotten Photoshop, and I opened it up. I started to play a little bit. it's a little too confusing for me, and I just lost interest right away. So with the InShot app, I like it because it's the most user-friendly that I have found. Now I know that there's also Procreate is another big one that people use. I haven't checked that one out. I'm not sure if that might be easier than Photoshop. I'm not sure, because this is all I want to do really, is just play around with collage, take elements and put them together. So I'm going to show you how I did that today. So these are all one piece, but I did glue the legs on them. They're going to need some shoes, and we're going to work on that today. So let me put these aside, and I am going to get my iPad. I might be a little bit slow because you guys, 99.9% of what I do is on my phone. I don't even have a laptop. Mine broke like, oh my goodness, maybe 2 years ago, and I've just never gotten another one. I use my phone for absolutely everything. I do have an iPad, but that's pretty much just for watching something or listening to an ebook while I'm using my phone above to record myself. So anyway, I'm going to get my iPad and we are going to play around a little bit. Hey guys, so I've got the InShot app that is pulled up here. Now, if you can see just in the white box there, this is the main menu, what it looks like. We've got video, photo, and collage. Those are the only 3 things on the main menu. So that is why I'm saying it's pretty user-friendly. When you open up the app, you don't have a whole bunch of other stuff popping up like in Photoshop. I think it's very confusing. So we're not going to do anything with video today, although if you're interested, like I said, I can do some tutorials on video editing. This is what I use for all of my videos. What we're going to use is, first of all, photo, and we're going to do that just to get the individual elements. So I can pull up a photo, I can crop and kind of cut out the element from the photo that I want to use. And then once I have all of my elements, then I'm going to go into collage and I'm going to piece them together. Okay, so let's put a doll together. So I'm going to click on photo. Now this goes into, these are all my photos that are on my device. You can see this is what I've been working on. I actually put some of them together using my phone, but I have to record it all over again because it shows up in portrait setting and I can't get it to do landscape on my phone. So when I go to do the video, you don't see very much of my screen. So I'm redoing it for you guys. So let's go down here. I want to get a head, something for the body, and we're going to do some shoes. So let me see here. I'm going to click on this girl. So I clicked on the photo and it brings it up. All right, so now at the bottom, you can see the menu. And let's see, I just want her head. I don't want all the other stuff. So that's what I'm saying. We're getting all the individual elements that we want. So I'm going to start by hitting the crop button in the bottom right of the menu. And then, so if you can see at the bottom here, you can change the size. Like if you want this for a Pinterest post or something, you can change the dimensions. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm just cropping the whole thing because I just want her head. So I'm going to crop it as close to her head as I can get without cropping any of the image off. And that looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the check mark that is on the right side there. I'm going to hit the check mark. So now we've got it cropped. Now I'm going to go, if you can see, and you guys, I'm usually on my phone, so I'm a little slower here. But like almost to in the middle towards the right, it says cutout on the menu there, if you can see that. So I'm going to click cutout. Now, as you can see, it cut out stuff that I want. So you see at the bottom of the menu, there is the eraser. So I'm going to click the eraser, and then you can see there's the eraser, and then there's also the paintbrush. See here? I am going to do the paintbrush because I want to paint the color in. Now when I go to use it, see I'm on the lady right now. If you can see the white dot, and then that little box pops up to let you see a little bit closer. I want this stuff to be colored in. All right, I'm going to just go do a rough one in the middle here. And then I'm going to go down at the bottom and see the little dots here. I'm going to push those over. That makes the dot, see the dot that I'm working with now, how small it is? I'm going to go all the way back up here, and then I can kind of go around the edges to add that color back in. And then let's do here. And this part here. Okay. And I think that's good. Now the other thing I want to do, I want to only have her, what is that, a necktie or whatever. I only want that part and above. So let me see if I click on the eraser, and I'm going to make the paintbrush large again because I'm just going to erase all this stuff. Go slowly up here. We don't want any of this. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to cut it out. But let's just get rid of this. Okay, now. Okay. Now I want to make my brush, I want to make it smaller. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to try my best to just go around the outside of this necktie thing. I used to have a pencil, and I don't know what I did with it. I think one of my kids took my iPad pencil, but I can't seem to find it. So I'm using my finger, and that's just a little bit harder. Okay, so this looks good now. So I'm going to hit the check mark, and remember we cropped it. So this is what we have now. Okay, let me just take cut out one more time because I want to go back into it, and let me just get rid of this. I don't want that showing up. Okay. All right, I'm going to hit the check mark one more time. So this is what we have, and this is good. So in the top right corner is that little box with the arrow. I'm going to click that. If you see that box with the arrow, and now we have it saved. Okay, now what I want to do is just go back to the home menu. So the home button is in the top right corner. I'm going to click home, back at my main screen here. So we've got a head. Now let's get a body. Let's see, what do we want to use? Do we want an appliance? Maybe a coffee mug. Let's see here. Okay, so I pulled this picture up. Let's see, is there anything on here that we want to use? Let's use that coffee pot in the middle. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to go first to crop. Now, if you see, crop is on the right side of the menu bar. I'm going to click crop, and then I am just going to drag those edges up to here. Okay, so this is what we're going to use for her body. Let's see, I'm going to click the arrow there. Okay, now I am going to hit cutout. So see cutout here in the almost in the middle. I'm going to click on cutouts, when you do that, I'm not sure why it brings everything back up. I wish it just showed the cropped picture, but it's something they need to work out, I guess. All right, so we don't even really need to get rid of this stuff because it's going to be cropped out. Let me hit the paintbrush. Let's see. I'm going to make it smaller, and then we need some of this. So see, it's hard because I can't see where the pot is exactly. That looks good enough. Okay, so let me hit the arrow. We'll keep it like this. Okay, so see, you can see where it is see-through. Then I need to go fill in those areas. All right, I'm going to hit cutout again. And then the eraser button. I'm going to click the eraser. And then I need my paintbrush. And now, let me see, I'm just going to make my paintbrush a little bit smaller. And then we'll just go here. This will fill that in so that there's color there. And let's hit the check mark again. Let's go back and check it out now. All right, so see, that's good. Okay, so we're just going to hit the home button to save it. All right, so we've got our two elements that I want to try to put together. Let me see if I can get... Okay, so I wanted a picture with some heels. And I'm just looking at what I have in my photos that is readily available. So I'm going to use this photo here. This is going to be really easy because I am just going to crop this. I just want her shoes here and her legs. Okay, that's all. Let me see if I hit cutout. Let's color in. So if I hit the eraser and then I'm going to hit the paintbrush, and I want to make my brush a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's just make sure that her legs are colored in here. And I think that's good. Okay, so let's hit the check mark. That's good. Let's save that. Okay, so now I want to put those elements together. I want to put my legs with the coffee maker, and the head. I want to put those together. So I am going to do collage now. So I'm going to click on collage. Okay, now pretty much all I use here are the grid and the freestyle, which are the first two. Grid is just what it's showing there. It will give you, it's like frames, and you have to pick photos to go into the frame. But right now I'm going to do freestyle. So let's click freestyle. Now see at the bottom, select 1 to 9 photos that you want to work with. So I am going to get those first 3. And see, they're popping up at the bottom. That's what we're going to work with. And then on the right side, I'm going to click that check mark. There we go. Now, if you want to change the format, the size, if you want a portrait or landscape, you would do that in the ratio, which is down at the bottom on the menu. It's on the far left. But I think that, well, let's change it to a little bit taller and skinnier. There, that's good. And then I'm going to hit the check mark. So let's start. Let's just move her head up. Now, when you want to work or move on anything, you need to hit it, click on it once to highlight it, and then you can drag it around and move it. So let's see. Got her legs here. Then I'm going to click on our coffee maker. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to click on her head and figure out where do I want to position her. Boy, this was an easy one. I like her already. Fabulous. Let's save her. Okay, so to save her, I'm going to click on the box with the arrow in the top right. And it's going to save, and okay, and then we're just going to click the home button to take us back to the main menu. So let's do another one. Let's get another body to work with here. So let me go into photos. Let's click on this. Let's try using one of these old radios. Let's see, which one should we try here? I'm going to try this one. Okay, so I'm going to hit crop at the bottom here. And then this one's kind of weird looking with the handles that stick out. So let's try that. And I'm going to crop it as close to the image as I can get. And then I'm going to hit the check mark. Okay. Then I'm going to hit cut out, and I just want to make sure. Oh, this cuts out pretty clean. See, it's already done. I don't have to do anything else. So I'm just going to hit the check mark. Perfect. And now I'm going to save this. I'm going to hit that little square with the arrow. Okay, so now we've got that element. Should we get another face? Let's get another head. I am going to go to the home screen. So I'm going to click home, go back to photo. Let's choose another head. Okay, I'm going to use, this is an Art House Whimsy image. Let's see. I might like the top of that to fit down onto the top of my radio. But let me just hit cut out. Yep, see it cut this out perfectly. I'm going to hit the check mark. All right, so I should do something that requires a little more work. Okay, so I'm using this photo, and as you can see, it only has one boot and going one direction. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to crop. Let's see, which one should we, let's do this blue one. So I'm going to crop as close as I can get here and hit my check mark. Then let's see if I hit the cutout. I think that's pretty good, so I'm going to hit the check mark. And I'm going to save this. Okay, and so now I want to go back to the home screen. I'm going to do collage and freestyle. I'm going to click 2 of those shoes. I want 2 of, and that's all I want to work with so far. Just going to do 2 of the shoes. And let's see here, I'm going to put them down. Whoops. Highlight this one and drag it down. Okay. Then see on the menu it says cut out, and then it says flip. I want to hit flip. And now I can line these up so we've got 2 shoes. So let's move the shoes down here. Okay, now I'm going to click anywhere on the screen to go back to the main menu, and you can see in the bottom it says add. I'm going to click that, and then let's add her body, and let's also add her head. Let's start with the body here. Okay, so this will kind of fit. Okay, so I feel like I want my shoes to be a little bit smaller. I don't know. I'm not sure that I like the shoes. I feel like she needs some heels. Okay, let's just get rid of these. I'm going to X these out, and I'm going to click add, and let's bring in our pair of heels. Let's drag that down. I'm going to have to find some images of some really fun heels or something. And those legs that are on the radio are bugging me, but I can cut those off. I feel like everything needs to be a mini. Okay, there we go. Now this is good, but I feel like this is not very colorful. Now, of course, I could always change that, but just for fun, let's try something different. Let me X this out and let's try. Okay, I'm gonna try this vacuum cleaner. Okay, so you see how this has the border around it. So I have it highlighted right now, and I'm gonna click on cutout. All right, and it gets rid of some of that border. Okay, let's make this bigger. All right, and now that I have that situated, maybe move it back a little bit. Now I'm going to click on her head because I want that to be on top here. Now see, I would probably get rid of some of her shoulders, but I can't go in, like when I hit cutout, there's no paintbrush, so I can't change what it cuts out. I can only accept it or don't do the cutout. So, let's see. So right now this head doesn't work so well because if I have the vacuum cleaner on top, you see it covers up her face. So I actually want to, let's see, get rid of this just for now. Let's pick a different head also. Whoops, I just deleted the wrong thing. Okay, let's see. Let's get our vacuum cleaner back. Okay, and then I want to add. Now we need to get a head to put on it. Okay, I'm going to try this head. Let's see, I'm going to click cutout. There we go. Kind of line her up there. There we go. Okay, so I am going to click to save this. I'm going to go back home and I'm going to go back to photo and we're going to click on this one. We're going to just, let me see, I'm going to hit cutout and we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of her shoulders there. So I'm going to click on the eraser. And we're just going to erase this part here. And I think that's good. Then I'm going to click the check mark again, and then we're going to save this. Now let's go back to the home button and we're going to start doing another collage. freestyle. And now let's try these elements that I wanted to try before. So let's try the face with the radio and our legs, and hit the check mark. Oh, why did it get the, okay, hold on a minute. Did I choose the wrong one? Yep, I wanted the first one. Okay. All right, we're good now. All right, let's move her legs down. Put the radio here. Okay, guys, so here we go. Now I think I want to try, I'm going to X this out. I need some color. I'm going to try this. There we go. Just need a little bit of color there. Okay, so I've got a new picture. I'm going to go down and cut out because I want, there we go. And then okay, I love this. Oh, this is so fun. All right, she's good. So I'm going to go ahead. Do I need to make the stove a little bit smaller? Okay. I think we're good now. So I'm going to click the box with the arrow. Okay, guys, so now let's say we've got our dolls put together digitally, but we want to put those onto a page to print, right? We want to print them. So I'm going to go back to the home page. Again, I'm going to hit collage. Now we can do freestyle if you want, but just to show you something different, I'm going to click on grid. And it's asking me to pick the photos that I want. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, these 3 dolls. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to change, this is a square right now, so I want to go to Canvas at the bottom here. Click on Canvas, and then this is the same menu that it has in all of the other areas when we're in video and everything. So once you get used to the menu's the same throughout. So I usually click on the 3x2, and then we've got everything on a printable page. Now you can still zoom in and out to make them bigger, smaller. So you can see where the border is, because if I slide her over, there is a border. So let's kind of make them same size. And just to make them kind of closer together for printing purposes. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the check mark and I'm going to save this so that I can print. So now you guys, I'm going to print the dolls that I did, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay guys, I am back, and this is what I put together, our dolls, and I printed it on my page. So now I can cut these out, and I have a lot of dolls to work with here. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet as far as backgrounds. We will see. I'm thinking I need to, it'd be fun to do a tag book, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll do that. That would be awesome with all these kind of 50s housewife images. But this is going to be another video. And I might play more with these images from Art House Whimsy. These are the ones that I used in my last video that I doodled on. These are some with the big hair. So I'll link this, but you guys also, you know, I love Art House Whimsy. I'm on her design team. If you go to my video description, you're going to find number one, the links to this digital. Number two, I always have at the top, I have all my information, my Etsy shop, my Instagram, and please, if you're on Instagram, please follow me because I'm kind of just getting into Instagram, and then I can follow you back. I'm the same name. It's Cree_Rama_. So please look for me on there so we can connect. But also Art House Whimsy, there is a link that you can get free digitals, and you guys, it's a boatload of free digitals, like 80 pages or something. Lots of fun stuff. So check out those links, and also Collage Soup. Like I was saying, there's free ebooks, also fabulous ones that are 99 cents or $6.99 for 100 pages. Lots of fun stuff to play with. And lastly, let me know if you like this video, if you want me to do some more of it, maybe going a little bit slower, maybe getting more in detail, maybe we want to do backgrounds. So let me know if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. Next up, I am going to be making tags. I'm going to be making some backgrounds for these, not sure what yet, but I do like the tag book idea, so maybe we'll do that. So thanks again for joining me and supporting my channel.